What'd you do for New Year's?
What did I do for New Year's?
Yeah.
Nothing. Inspired by the adventures of our nurses, therapists, and techs, A Beer with Atlas is the only healthcare traveling, craft beer drinking podcast. Each week, we'll open a few beers, talk about the brewery and the style of beer, and then dive into some research curated specifically for each episode. In the end, we hope each one sounds like a conversation you'd have with your friends while enjoying a few cold ones.
Welcome to another episode of A Beer with Atlas. I'm Rich.
I'm Brian.
I'm Dolan.
Okay, 2 weeks of Colorado beers, courtesy of our friend of the show, Aaron Daly.
Yes.
Our one of our beer Yodas here, right? But he's also very, very smart when it comes to all things computers and internet.
He's just smart in general.
Yes.
That's it.
He's a good guy to have on your trivia team.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
One of the smartest people I know.
Definitely
if not
true.
the smartest person I know.
So he has a friend out in California. He has a friend out in Colorado. Went and visited her just recently, and they went to Manitou Brewing Company in Manitou Springs, Colorado. And he brought us back 2 beers, a raspberry porter and a salted caramel stout.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yum.
There was a couple. There was an IPA and something else. I'm like, no. We need some darker beers. We need to embrace the time of year.
He snuck me one of those IPAs.
Yeah. Yes.
And it was chewy. It was IBUs. It was so good.
He talked very highly of this place.
Yeah, I liked that beer. That was a good one.
All right, what do you want to do first? Salted caramel stout or raspberry porter?
Let's go porter.
Yeah, me too.
I'm scared of these. These crowlers, for some reason, always make me... I spill them.
I didn't...
When I pour it. Yeah, well, you haven't poured it yet.
All right,
Do the crowler trick.
Well, he did a good one.
Oh, there you
Not
go.
bad.
Pretty good.
It's not terrible.
Wow, he
All
didn't
right.
spill.
So Manitou Brewing is located at 725 Manitou Avenue in Manitou Springs, Colorado. Do you know how big Manitou Springs is?
I don't, but I've been there several times.
Manitou Springs is... I wrote this down here. Where did it go? Population 4,800.
Oh,
So, surprisingly, I thought it'd be in the low thousands,
Oh.
maybe. But yeah, 4,800.
it's weird because in Colorado they don't have the population on the city signs when you drive in.
Right.
It's elevation.
Oh, yeah.
They don't have the So
That's a different bragging rights, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Open Monday through Thursday, 3 to 8, Friday and Saturday, noon to 9, and Sunday, noon to 8.
Here's some of the other beers I wrote down. And I didn't know. Is this the other beer that's right in front of me? Is that the Pocket Full?
I assume it just says salted caramel stout.
Okay, because it's the one that was on the menu on their website. It says Pocket Full of YOLOs. Salted Caramel Stout.
Oh, maybe it is.
So maybe that's what we're getting.
pocket full of YOLO.
Yeah.
Are they trying to do like a Rolo joke?
Yes.
That's awesome.
A pun, because maybe they're not okay to say Rolos in their beer, but that's what it's going to taste like. Manitou Lager, I have one of those. I also was gifted. 5% on that one. Garden of the Guavas, blonde, 5.6.
Garden of the Gods is not too far from here.
Never been.
You
Wow.
should.
I almost did research on it, but I thought, you know what? That's famous.
It's free.
Yeah?
It's
Yep.
free.
What is it, a big rock formation?
It's a lot of them.
A lot of them, and there's trails, and you could spend a few hours there.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
And then reward yourself with a beer after?
Exactly.
Yep, exactly.
White Whisker Wit. That's alliteration.
Whisker Wit.
Wit. 4.9%. Chipotle Rye Red Ale.
Oh.
Never heard of that.
Interesting.
5%. I had to write this one down. It has the juice.
The
It
juice.
has the juice.
It's the Corn Kid Hazy IPA. 6%. And then they had one called I Did the Incline IPA. And I thought, what? And then I looked it up, and then I have some information on that.
All right.
Yeah.
You know about the Incline? Have you done the Incline?
I am familiar with it. I have not done it. Have you done it?
No, we started.
I started the Incline.
Yeah, it was just a really, really hot day, and we didn't know like how hot it was gonna be. We started at like 1 o'clock. There was so many cars there because people got there super early. I mean, locals, they know, or people who were there,
Yeah.
they know.
Getting there in the morning.
Get there early in the cool. Yeah, we messed up. We showed up at like 1 o'clock. It was like really hot. We started like at the bottom, and we're like, gosh, I don't know. We didn't bring enough water for this. This is a bad idea. So we turned around, and then we just walked around Manitou.
Nice.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Here's what I found out about it. 1 mile of steep steps, it says.
Yes.
2,064 steps. A 1,588-foot vertical gain. And it used to be a cable car track
Cable car track, yes.
to take stuff up to Pikes Peak for pipeline building or something. But that was as much as I did, so.
Wow.
I wrote down difficulty level extreme.
Oh,
It actually said that. Extreme.
dang.
It's hard, man. Like, so my grandma did it, so I know that I could do it, right?
With the proper hydration.
I guess so.
Yeah, with proper. We literally had one little tiny
Yeah, they
water
couldn't do
bottle.
it.
It was
That's not
not
enough.
on a super hot day. It just wasn't good. I know when we did the Cave of the Winds, which is just right across this. I think it's still in Manitou, to be honest. I don't know.
I think it's close.
Okay.
We were doing the tour there, and the tour guide was on one of the college soccer teams there. I don't know which college, but he says that they run that once a week, up and down.
So it says a seasonal incliner. So I guess that'd be somebody that goes up inclines, right? Yeah, or whatever. Or Olympic athletes may summit in under 30 minutes, where it would take
Wow.
a normal person 1 hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna run it?
I mean, if you live there, that's a plus because you have maybe the elevation thing isn't such a big deal.
Yeah.
We'd
Yeah.
be sucking wind pretty bad. I have a feeling.
Right.
Well, once you get to the top, you still got to go back down, and I heard that's harder.
That's the worst. I
Yeah.
always think that too. Like climbing up stuff was, like rock climbing. That's great. How do you get down?
Yeah.
That
Well,
seems
there's
tougher.
a path on the side. If you don't
Yeah.
want to take the stairs back down, there's like an easier path back down.
Yeah.
Not
Still
as,
hurts your
but
knees.
it still
though.
hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah.
I'm too old for that. Last beer I wrote down, mostly I think it's a Star Wars reference, maybe, or we can make it into one. High Ground IPA.
It's definitely a Star Wars reference. Obi-Wan had the high ground, yeah.
This has 100 IBUs.
Whoa.
6.9%. So West
Wow.
Coasty.
God, we could have, man, that would have been awesome.
Food. They got food at this place. I heard it's good.
Did you look at the pictures?
I did.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm wishing I wouldn't have because I'm starving. Soup du jour. Had to write that down.
Is that the soup of the day?
Sure is. That sounds good. I'll have that. Quinoa veggie burger. In Colorado, you got to have that.
Yeah.
Street tacos, of course. White cheddar macaroni.
Oh.
I wrote this down because they had some, add-ins. If you like to add stuff to your macaroni.
Okay.
You could do truffle oil. Okay.
All right.
Pico de gallo. Pulled pork. Bacon. Southwest chicken. I was like, that sounds right up my alley.
Oh, pulled pork and pico.
Yeah,
all
that's.
in
Could
one.
you do it all? Could you
Why
do
not?
multiples?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then maybe throw some bacon in there.
There you go.
Bacon. That's one of the things. Red Rock steak and cheese. So, Philly's cheesesteak, always good.
Sure.
They have a running club.
course they
Wednesday
do.
nights there, 6 to 7. So go hoof it and then have some suds. Some of the merchandise they had, I don't know why this exists, but it does. A hooded women's tank top.
Oh, yeah.
A hooded
What for?
tank top?
Like Rocky, like he's got the hooded.
That's more of a, I don't know.
like
cutoff
the
thing.
Bill Belichick cut off sleeve hoodie.
It's like a straight up tank top with a hood on it.
They wear those when they
run?
up the
Up the
Manitou
incline.
stairs.
Don't
yeah.
pretend like you know.
I don't. I'm just making it up.
I don't know, but
Come on.
so I'd never seen one anywhere, let alone a brewery.
No.
But I was like, okay, I'll write that down.
Yep.
They had cool logo, like this
The
thing.
M with the curlies on it.
And they
yep.
had some cool shirts. They had a black shirt, and their logo was in red with the mountains on it. And I was like, ooh, that stands out to me. I like that one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, they have in this place, maybe the brewery was in an old building or
Yep.
near an old building.
So I wrote that down.
Okay.
Yep. It was one of the places that you could first rent a burro
Yeah.
to get to the top of Pikes Peak.
There you go.
Huh.
The Manitou Burro line.
In like
it
the
was called.
1800s,
Yeah,
right?
1880s. Yep.
Yeah.
And then the only other thing I wrote down, just about, that you said the population was around 5,000. I saw it described as a hippie Mayberry. And I was like, oh, okay, that sounds good.
All right.
So I'm going to hit this beer. What do we think so
All
far?
right, I want to ask you a question about this. Remember a couple weeks ago, I can't remember what beer we were drinking, but a couple weeks ago you said if this had a little smoky flavor, it'd be perfect. Are you getting that out of this?
The smoky flavor?
Yes.
Like
I'm
a
getting
little bit, yeah.
just a little bit.
It's
Like,
like
I kind of
I
like
can get
that.
that.
it's weird. This is one of those beers for me that's strange because it's like two different beers. You know, like totally just like it's raspberry, wham, right up front at the beginning, and then it goes away real fast, and then something else.
Yep.
And that's maybe where you're getting that roasty, smoky sort of thing.
It's definitely a roasty. It kind of reminds me of like the end of a campfire, like not the actual smell of it, but like this is gonna be weird.
Okay.
Have you ever tried ash from a campfire? You ever like got it on your finger and then like
And like
ate it?
eating
yeah,
it?
it's kind of like that.
Yeah, I'll go with you on this, Dolan.
Yeah,
I have.
sure.
Charcoal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Charcoal toothpaste. I've
Yeah.
tried that.
It's kind of like that.
Okay.
Rock.
But that's the smokiness, right?
Yep.
And that's I love raspberries,
Sure. Yeah.
so I really like this a lot. It's a little thicker than I anticipated a porter being, though.
Well,
I don't know.
I'll take it that way.
That's certainly not a dig on this beer at all.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it.
I did a little bit more town stuff, just because I've never been here, and I wanted to find out like what's some of the information about it. What do you do? What's around? So then I guess we'll just jump into it.
Yeah.
The town itself, founded by a dude named General Palmer. I'm guessing he was in the Civil War.
Okay.
That's how a lot of generals got their general titles.
Sure.
And then a guy named Dr. Bell. They were pals, and they said, you know what? Let's go to this town and make a health resort because of the mineral springs. The water is still good for you.
Yeah,
And it'll be like a ecotourism.
you get healthier there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And people, they had the black lung and the city problems come out from the East Coast, come here and at
Yep.
the spa and just sit in the water and you'll just be healed. Or drink the water. You'll be healed, right? So
Must be the tuberculosis too, maybe.
some of that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Anything that was breathing and there was all, back then science was new and medicine was, like soda pop, like Dr. Pepper was Cokes. They're all made at pharmacies because they're supposed to be good for you and healthy.
It's healthy for you. Yeah.
So these guys come together and they make this. They kind of set up the town.
Okay.
And Dr. Bell's house is still there, and it's now, I guess, like a fancy restaurant.
Oh.
It's like one of the best restaurants around in town. You mentioned Cave of the Winds. It's in that area. They have one of the largest designated historic districts in America, which is their downtown district, I guess. So it's like legit how it used to be, and one of the size-wise one of the biggest. Usually you see just a house or whatever has that designation, and this is like the whole
downtown
town.
area.
They have a cog railway, so like a railroad on a cog system.
Okay.
You ever been on that thing?
I've not.
To Pikes Peak or whatever.
No.
Those are weird, kind of like.
Is that the one that goes like way up the side of it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
I've
kind of like
seen it.
kind of like this. Like
Yeah, it's kinda
it's almost like when you
jerky.
start a roller coaster, like that sort of sensation feeling. That's what it looks like.
It's near where the start of the incline is. Like that's where it
I'm
starts.
pretty sure I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big thing to do, like in the spring and fall, just to get on there, and it takes a while to get up there, but yeah. And then they have the only two recreational dispensaries in the county, or in this town, Manitou Springs.
Interesting.
They have, as some small towns do, a lot of festivals and things to do and get ready and meet up and have fun.
Yep.
In January, they have the Great Fruitcake Toss.
I wrote that down.
Did you write
too.
it down?
Yes.
And in February, they have a Mardi Gras parade, which I'll be there for that.
Heck yeah.
I have been
In
craving
February.
some good Cajun food lately.
Really?
Some mud bugs, give me some crawfish, and just I miss those.
I'm
I
going.
think it's different because Colorado in February kind of.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's gonna be cold.
It's gonna be cold.
Yeah.
Did you see they've been doing this fruitcake toss thing since like 1996?
Really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't
Where
see
the heck
that.
did this come from?
I'm guessing people just had them left over from Christmas time.
Yeah.
And they're like, get this out of here. I mean, I've seen like cow pie tossing contests. I'm assuming
Yeah.
it's similar to that.
So you think they just like leave them out there after they're done, and the elk and the deer just come through and clean them up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
That's my guess.
Hey, whatever.
Or else, maybe
Turkeys,
somebody else does.
The
There's
coyotes.
The bears.
There's probably one dude that loves fruitcake and just scoops them all up at the end.
Maybe.
I don't know. June, which is a good time I was supposed to go there. They have the Colorado Wine Festival.
Nice.
So that'd probably be fun. August, maybe more our speed, the Craft Lager Festival. So they have a bunch of tents and stuff set up. I'm assuming, is there like a town square there maybe? I don't know, but it seemed like it was in the historic area.
Okay.
Arts and crafts thing in September. A lot of people come in from different states and set up their things, and you can buy stuff. We have one of those here, I think, in Omaha, around the same time. And then October, I wrote this one down. The Emma Crawford Memorial Coffin Race. Did you see this here?
I did not.
I was like, what the hell is this?
Coffin race.
Yeah, coffin race.
Okay.
So Emma Crawford, she was alive in like the 1880s-ish, in that same time. She was one of the first people probably in the town. And she wanted, when she died, her request was to be buried on top of Red Mountain, which I assume is near this area.
Okay.
Guess what? They didn't do that there.
Uh-oh.
But so then they dug her up, and they had to rebury her someplace else because the Louisville and the Nashville Railroad was building through there. So they had to excavate, and she didn't get to go where she wanted to go. And then where she was, because of the whatever they were doing with the train stuff, the side of the mountain kind of eroded out. Her coffin was just kind of like sticking out the side.
Uh-oh.
And then eventually it slid down the mountain.
Oh.
And then everybody was like, "Oh, that's not good."
Wow.
And apparently, with such a big thing in the town, they designed this thing around it, like a race.
A coffin race.
Yes. So here's the breakdown.
That's not good.
Yep.
Let's make a game out of
Let's
it.
have fun with this. Teams of 5. So you have to dress up in like period costume.
Okay.
One person gets to be Emma, and then you have 4 mourners.
Like you put them in the coffin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so there's
geez.
4 people pushing the coffin, and you have to push it 195 yards because that's, I don't know how far she came down or whatever, but almost 2 football fields.
Almost 2 football fields, yeah.
And
that's a long way.
You race, and then whoever wins gets the coffin cup.
I gotta tell you, this has ER visit written all over
Yeah.
it.
Is coffin on wheels?
I think you have to build your own.
I think you have to so I've seen these
okay.
types of things before where you build your own kind of, vehicle.
I
but
saw
you
something like that
push
in
it.
Alaska on a TV show one
Yeah.
time, and it was like an outhouse race. They built an outhouse,
Oh, boy.
and you have to sit in it and then push it, and then 4 people are pushing
Like
you.
one dude's got to sit on the toilet.
Uh-huh.
And then the other, wow.
Yeah, and you have to decorate it however you want to do, and it's crazy. It's I'm guessing something similar to that.
Okay.
It was mostly just to have fun and bring people into town and kind of
Sure.
Halloween-y sort of family event. Like your cake thing, Toss. I think it's been
Yeah.
going on for 30-something years at least.
Dang.
Maybe
Wow.
longer, but yeah, that's something that stuck out in my research. I was like, coffin race? What? So that's what I got for us.
Amazing. You mentioned that it was like the water there was supposed to be healthy or whatever. They still have water fountains down the main street. I mean, there's kind of like 2 main streets, but it's down the one nearest to the highway or the interstate that you can still drink the water straight from the springs from, and it's like carbonated, like bubbly. Like that's how much minerals are in this water.
Really?
It does not taste good. And I love LaCroix. This is like LaCroix on steroids.
Whoa.
Like,
Really?
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, I mean,
But you can do it. And then my favorite thing about Manitou is they have this jerky shop.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
And they've got all kinds of different jerkies in there. Like, of course, they've got the, your beef,
Elk.
your chicken, and
Yeah.
whatever. But they have like elk, gator, ostrich,
yeah.
like fish jerky, squid
Oh, sure.
jerky, like
I've
all
had fish jerky.
all sorts of.
I don't trust poultry being
Jerky?
jerkified. Yeah, I
Really?
just,
Turkey
I don't-
jerky, not for you?
No,
Huh.
you shouldn't dry out. I don't know. I don't know. I don't trust it.
I don't know. What did I buy when I was
Gator
there?
jerky's pretty good.
Gator
I've
jerky
had
is
that.
good. I've had gator nuggets too.
Yeah,
It's
me
pretty
too.
good.
Those are good. Tastes like chicken.
Anyways, yeah, it's my favorite store in Manitou. Every time we go to Manitou,
Gotta
I'm
get the jerky store.
going there. It's so expensive. Of course, jerky is
yeah.
expensive. But
Yeah, it's
yeah.
labor intensive
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
So, Manitou Brewing was founded in 2014 by Dominic Koh, Koh.
All right.
He said co-founder. I couldn't find the other founders.
What was
So,
the year? 2000 what?
2014.
14, okay.
Yeah, so for a little bit here, they've been around for a while. Much like Dolan had alluded there, they use locally sourced water and Colorado-grown malted barley and hops in their beers. So there you go.
Local everything.
All local ingredients here. So you're drinking the Manitou Springs water here.
There you go. Maybe that's what that flavor is.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be better than the Lake Superior water we had like 4 or 5 episodes ago. I don't know. Dolan wasn't here for that one. That was Ashley filled in on. Which one was that? Oh, it was the Duluth, Minnesota one.
I was totally there. No, I just edited that episode.
You just listened to it.
So
Felt
I
like you were
listened
there.
to it. Yeah. I love when I'm gone. Brian always leaves messages for me. Like when I'm editing, it's like, okay.
Dolan, you can do it. We believe in you.
Right?
Not those kind.
Oh, okay.
No, it's more like, sorry, Dolan, this one's really good. I think you would have really liked it.
Yeah.
Like
Rubbing it in a little
yeah,
bit.
just a little bit.
The last little Manitou Springs info I have is right as you log into the website, manitousprings.org, it says, Manitou Springs, chock full of charm. That seems like a very, I don't even know, 50s thing to say.
Kind of, yeah.
Chock full of charm.
I like it.
It's approximately an hour and a half from the Denver airport if you go south. So I thought, okay, how far? If I want to go there, if we got tourists, we got travelers in Denver,
Yep.
right? You go directly south on, I believe it was 470, down through, and you kind of go on the one side of Colorado Springs, and it's right there, an hour and a half south. So not that far if you're in Denver. You
Could
could make it
take,
down here.
What is that? The Interstate I-25,
Oh, God.
29.
Last time I was in Denver, I was just seeing my brother over Christmas, and I got to his house, and we weren't even driving during a busier time of the day. And I told him, I'm like, look, I'm pretty sure I'd rather go to the dentist
Yep.
than drive on I-25.
It gets
my gosh.
bad.
It's ridiculous.
You got to time your
Really?
Yeah. Like when we leave to go to Colorado Springs, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you have to time it right. We started going the Kansas way though, so that's been a lot better. But if you go through Denver and you go down I-25, there's this little town called Larkspur, and you know it because there's a Yogi Bear park there.
Like Jellystone?
Like Jellystone.
Yeah. Oh, it's terrible. We had a family reunion there one year. It was absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Right there on that curve, and you're not far from Colorado Springs, so you're like, oh my gosh, from where we're at, it's like a 9-hour drive or whatever. You're like, oh, we're almost there, and then you hit that spot. It's not even Denver. You make it through Denver, and then you get there, and it's just like an hour to go like a mile.
Yeah.
It's just like stop and
Terrible.
go or what?
Yeah, it's the traffic between Denver and what is it, Castle Rock?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
It's 6 lanes on both sides,
Oh
and
my gosh.
either you're going 100 miles an hour or you're going 10 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So what's the reason?
rough.
Why is there so much traffic there?
Denver.
people
coming in
I
and
think,
out.
Yeah, people I think go to work in Denver, like even if they live in
Yeah.
towns around it.
You can't avoid it. Like it is the main sort of thoroughfare, the main vein going through.
And
It
the
gives me
mountains,
anxiety just thinking of it. I don't like that.
the mountains are right there, so if you've already gone too far south, there is no exit to like take
Turn
a different
around,
route,
yeah.
right? Because all the roads dead end up into the mountains, and then they just lead you back into the
the
back
interstate
to
the same
I-25.
way?
yeah.
Ooh, no thanks.
Yeah.
I'll just let Aaron bring us these beers. I don't need to go there. No, thank you.
Hey, you could fly from Omaha to Colorado Springs.
That is true.
Probably be easier.
And it's pretty cheap. I had to do that because my sister got stuck in the. There's just this bad weather storm.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so we had to do a different route. Or
Wow.
whatever. Didn't know you could, but you can.
Let's try this other beer.
Okay.
And let's chat about that one.
I forgot we had another beer.
I know, right? Have you noticed on the look at the label on this? Look at as much as it's an M and a B. Do you see what it is
Oh,
otherwise?
yeah, it's a big old frosty mug.
It's a big old mug.
Oh.
Yeah.
What? Which one's this one again?
This
This one is the salted caramel.
Yeah.
Salted caramel
It
stout.
might be the pocket full of YOLOs.
Okay.
It might be. Doesn't say that on here, but that would be the long title to fit on there. There you go. Ooh, that smells good.
Does it? I'd get in TripAdvisor, but I want to give this beer its due here. Oh.
Wow. If it tastes as good as it smells, we
Really?
are in for a treat.
I'll tell you.
Or
this-
diabetes.
The raspberry is. I really, really enjoyed this.
Yeah, that was good. This one, smell that, Dolan.
Whoa. Yeah, I could see the Rolos here, the Yolos.
Mm-hmm.
I got a pocket full of Yolos.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it smells exactly like it. And it almost smells salty too.
Yeah, it does, which is weird, but it does.
That is amazing. That's amazing.
Well,
Yep.
good Lord. We should have started with that.
Yeah, that's dessert.
Okay.
You know, main course dessert. Wow, that is really good.
Well,
We're quiet. We're like, I don't know what to say with that one. It's just so good.
That's yummy.
yeah. Wow.
That makes
Holy
me. I've never
smokes.
really had that
That's
candy before.
one of the best stouts I've ever had. Easily.
I like that. It's not too strong, you know, ABV wise, you know, so you could actually drink this.
It's like a
Yeah, it's 5.
5.2.
5.2, yeah.
It's a Bush
Wow.
Light. Oh my gosh.
I'd rather have this.
Well,
than
no,
that.
duh. Yeah. Wow.
Yummy.
That would be hard not to just chug all of that. That's so good.
That is good.
What'd you do for New Year's?
What did I do for New Year's?
Yeah.
Nothing.
No?
I have 2 little kids. We made it till I think 10:30. Me and my boy.
Yeah.
We stayed up and he's been on a real Josh Gates kick.
Okay.
As of the last Christmas, you know, since Christmas break. So anytime we have an hour or something together, we'll watch an episode of some Josh Gates adventure show. He's, you know, traveling around doing whatever and finding stuff. And
Yep.
It's got all the things you want, especially if you're a little boy or a grown man. It's got, you know, adventure, animals. It's funny.
Yeah.
Got travel. It's got some scary stuff. You know, then you've got the offshoot shows. You might have a ghost or a werewolf story, or
Yeah.
you get to go into one of the episodes was like a live thing where they went into some tomb in Egypt with the most famous Egyptologist guy. Like if you think of Egypt, if you've watched any shows on him, there's a guy, I can't think of his name, but I know his face, and he's always there. He was like the dude in Egypt, and he was on the show with Josh, and they were opening these things that they had found and hadn't opened before, and they shot it like, it was kind of funny. It was live, quote unquote, but it has all like prepped. So they're like, hey, come over here, let's open this. Okay, cool, let's go over here, let's dust this off and open this. So it was like all set up for him to do it.
Yeah.
But it was fun, and it was that. So we watched that and listened to the fireworks go off.
Nice.
What about
Oh,
you?
that's cool.
Nothing. Maddox got sick. And so, Maddox got the flu. And so we had 2 different, we never go out, ever go out for New Year's. And we had 2 different invites to 2 parties.
To go somewhere?
And
Yeah.
we were trying to figure out, okay, how are we going to balance this out or whatever. And then, he got sick. And so I fell asleep at like 11.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dolan,
yeah.
what'd you do?
Well, my sister was in town, so we hung out with her, but we also had an invite to go over to Sam's friends to watch the ball drop. Mm-hmm. Sam's friend's boyfriend is actually a professional tattoo artist.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
So he busted out the table and
Oh, snap.
we were getting tattoos at the ball drop.
Whoa.
Nice.
Did you get
Yeah.
a new tattoo then?
I didn't, I was the
Mm.
last one to go, and everybody just got a little too drunk before it was my turn.
Yep.
So I just
Took care of them, huh?
they got their tattoos, and I'm like, all right, we're gonna head out now because
Yeah.
that took a long time for this
It's
little
late.
piece.
Yeah.
Little drunken tattoo. It's not. It's probably not the best.
So what
Yeah.
tramp stamp were you gonna get?
Right.
So it's kind of funny. Sam and her friends were gonna get little dinosaurs. They did get the dinosaurs.
Nice.
Little line work, nothing too detaily.
Sure.
And then I was gonna get the meteor. Yeah, but didn't happen. Sam has a new tattoo.
And now the dinosaurs get to survive.
Now they
Yep,
live.
Dinosaurs get to live. Her
nice.
dinosaur's name is Bobbert.
Bobbert.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bobbert.
I suppose.
Yeah. So, if I tell the story funny, I would say, yeah, we went out drinking for New Year's and woke up with tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
But he's professional. It's not like
Yeah.
it wasn't like
Some dude had a needle that got hot.
yeah.
Poking sticks.
Speaking
Yeah.
of tattoos, we are approaching episode 250.
Oh,
So start working on your wife now.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm already in. I don't I'm good.
He's getting a meteor, so
Well, no, I can get the logo. I'm down. Let's do it.
Jenny, I don't know. She doesn't like it, but what are you gonna do? I mean, we've been married so long. What are
there's
you gonna
bigger
do?
fights to have. than that,
Absolutely.
I would
yeah.
think.
Take the garbage out.
Where would you put the logo?
See, I'd probably just on my arm, probably. Up
On
just
your
up-
arm?
Yeah, up top here. I guess somewhere. If I had to cover it up, I could cover it up, or just my neck.
Yeah, right. Just right there. Just right there.
I have one tattoo. It's right there.
That seems like an area, where you have more than one. First one right
I
there.
do have a tattoo idea for the shoulder that kind of goes into the neck.
Yeah?
Eventually, I'll have that, but
Cool.
As long as you have your luscious locks,
locks.
you can just cover it up a little bit.
I don't
You'd be
think those
fine.
will go away anytime soon. So
That's one of the best things that came out of COVID. Right there.
Attached yourself to them, huh?
Yep.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
All right, TripAdvisor. 713 reviews on TripAdvisor for this place.
Wow.
I was shocked.
That's a lot.
4.5 out of 5 on
there-
715.
Is there more of these than untapped check-ins, probably?
You know what?
TripAdvisor?
I couldn't find that one.
It's probably Pocketful of YOLO. Then
Probably that's what
we'll
it
look
is.
it up, yeah.
We'll look it up. So, I did find some bad ones, and they were all kind of the same. People that thought people were rude.
Oh.
huh?
I think maybe they thought maybe they need to be a little more patient.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe it was a long travel day for somebody.
I picked this one out though because of her, and I assume it's a her, because of her username.
Okay.
Her username was Pilates Body 47. So she thinks a lot of herself,
Sure.
I think. Yeah. The title was Rude Staff. We stopped for lunch. Even before we entered, the staff was rude. Our server could not have been more rude and condescending, and we were beyond polite. Of course. They were beyond polite.
Yeah.
Of course.
We asked them to sit down.
Please.
We got the
and we will
server
serve
water.
you.
Yes.
No. We drank our beers and left. What is happening to hospitality these days?
First off, you're in one of the biggest tourist areas in Colorado. Like, these guys have to deal with tourists
All the
all
time.
the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like that.
No.
They were rude even before we got in the building. What? Were they making faces through the window?
Right.
Look, I'll tell you one thing. Colorado's population has been like double, tripling in some areas.
Yeah.
The locals are not happy about it.
No.
No,
They're
why
not.
would you be? So that's one of the problems living in a beautiful state that
Right.
has everything cool. Yeah.
Right.
Like, that comes with the territory.
So I'm flipping through Untapped here, and I see you missed a beer name that we
I did?
we need to try this one right
I
here.
just write down ones that are on the tap.
Maybe this is gone now, but it was called Wit It and Quit It.
Oh, I like that. Lit it and quit
Wow.
it.
Wit It and Quit It. There's White Whisker Wit. So
Oh, you found that one there?
Yeah. Apologize to the listeners who this is not interesting at all.
I did find the Pocketful of Yellows, and you said what was the ABV on this?
5.2.
Okay, yeah, it's gotta be this.
All right. Well, you know what? You've got it then.
You take
we'll
over.
guess. Go ahead.
Cool.
Oh, Rich gets to
yeah,
guess.
I get a guess.
All right, Pocketful of YOLO's Salted Caramel Stout, the second beer that we drank.
Yeah. How many check-ins?
The check-ins are, oh my gosh. So what happens when 31?
That's it?
No. Hold on. Check-ins.
Maybe you're looking at just Aaron Daly's check.
That's exactly what you're looking at. Yeah.
No, because it says total, right? That's
Yeah.
what I'm looking
Yeah,
at.
total.
31.
31. I'll go first.
Okay.
4.06.
31 is so low, YOLO,
YOLO.
Rolo, that it's going to be 4.38.
Oh, 4.31. Yeah.
Dang.
That's crazy.
There you go.
Close.
All right.
Wow, was that fun? What a role reversal.
I don't think we've ever had an episode where we've had more beers than research, and we had to kind of drag it out because the beers were so good.
Yeah, well,
I
we
could keep
wanted more
talking.
pours of everything, which doesn't
totally-
always happen.
I'm going for a second pour of this right away.
I'm going to
Yeah.
finish off the raspberry after we're done.
There you go.
All right,
So,
sounds good.
there we go. All right, next week we have our big game episode.
That's right.
yeah. So
Woohoo.
Do you think I did some big game research?
you think you might?
No, I didn't do that.
So this episode's coming out around the time of the big game.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So full disclosure, we won't actually know who wins or anything.
No.
Or even who's in it, except my
Or
Chiefs.
who's in it. Yeah, no.
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
Come on.
I'll tell you. Okay, I'm gonna put a prediction in right now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I believe the Dolphins are going to beat the Bills in the first round,
What?
in the wild card round.
You're
Yes.
crazy.
That's insane.
Crazy.
They don't have
Mark
Tua.
it down. Today is the 10th of January.
Who's the quarterback?
They don't have Tua.
I
Or
don't know.
Teddy Bridgewater? Who's left?
I have no
Who cares?
idea.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Does not matter.
What?
I think the Bills are going to melt like a snow cone on a hot
I
day.
hope so. Here's my prediction for the big game.
Okay.
Eagles,
Yeah.
Chiefs.
Eagles Chiefs. That's a fairly safe.
Andy Reid beats his old team and retires.
The
Handing
Kelsey,
over the reins
the
to Eric
Kelsey
Bieniemy.
Super Bowl.
You think that's going to happen? You think
That's
he's
what I
going to be
think.
done?
If he wins another one and beats his old team, mark my words.
So you think
Done.
Patrick Mahomes will have won the MVP over what's his name?
Jalen Hurts?
Over Jalen Hurts by that time?
Yes.
Maybe.
No.
No.
I think Hurts wins MVP this
I
year.
believe
so, too.
I believe Patrick Mahomes wins MVP. We'll
see.
You
see.
think so?
We'll see. By the time this comes out, we'll have known.
Well,
so.
yeah.
Here's
Let
the
us
thing.
know how it goes.
Mahomes owns all the passing
Yeah.
stuff, you know,
So he's most valuable.
but
And he can run, too.
Hurts is not far behind him, and
Yeah.
he can run better than Mahomes.
I'll give Hurts this. When he was hurt, no
Yeah,
pun intended.
injured.
When he was injured, and what's his name? Uncle Rico came in for him.
Oh, Minshew. Or,
Yes,
Yeah.
who was awesome in his own right. The Eagles looked very pedestrian.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
yeah, he makes that team so much better.
Well, last
Yeah.
year they weren't very good, and this year they're real good, and that's because of him.
it's because
Guaranteed.
of him.
Hurts, that's why I'm saying, like, he is the biggest swing
Yeah.
for sure.
We'll see. That's,
still say
that's what I think.
It's Patty's to win, though. I think for sure
So,
he's gonna. Yeah.
I mean, he's due for,
I don't know. We'll see.
He's due.
yeah.
So, all right,
due
so
for it.
more football talk next week. Actually, not, but I got some Colorado beer facts
Oh,
for next week. We're gonna do Colorado beers. I'm gonna resurrect some of the beer facts, and we're gonna deep dive into that next
I
week.
will sneak in a little big game stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, just a little.
There you go.
All right. So until then, we're not going anywhere for a while.
Let's have another beer.
Thank you for listening to A Beer with Atlas. Special thanks to our brand team for producing the show. Each episode of A Beer with Atlas is powered by Atlas MedStaff, an industry leader in travel healthcare staffing.